Hey guys, it's Revenant Hero here, and we are back for Legends Mod 1.18.2 Superman Suit Showcase. Suit Showcases are back, guys, and we're starting off with Superman, the first character added to the Legends Mod in the version 1.18.2. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. We are basically going to be diving into crafting Superman, looking at his suits, looking at what Superman has to offer, and so on. Remember guys, Legends Mod 1.18.2 is currently only Patreon exclusive until 1 or 2 more characters are added. But once that happens, it will become public. If you want to become a Patreon, go to Tihyo's Patreon right now and become a Patreon. In today's video, we are going to craft Superman, showcase Superman, and look at all of his alternative costumes. Alright guys, let's move on. Alright, I know what you guys want. You guys want me to craft Superman, you guys want me to put on Superman, you guys want all that jazz. And we're just gonna do that. But let's get into crafting Superman first. To craft Superman, you're basically going to need something called the Book of Legends. And I kind of went over it in my last video, but I guess I'll go over it again. Alright guys, so to get the Book of Legends, you are basically going to need to adventure around the world and go to mineshafts, temples, and dungeons. Or you could go to a village and try to find a librarian and level him up to a master librarian. I mean, I would personally go to like the mineshafts and stuff and take my chances, because you're going to need a lot of emeralds if you want to level up to a master librarian. But then again, if you're into the enchanting and stuff like that, you might be into that. So once you get the Book of Legends and you open it up, you're going to see that there is some dialogue written on your screen. Basically, I guess it's saying, don't be a villain. And if you are a villain, then you can basically take over the whole world. Be careful. And after that, you should be able to get to the table of contents, and this is where you're going to be able to craft Superman. You don't need the machines, none of that. But as Tihyo has mentioned in a comment, that machines will be returning for the legacies, and legacies are basically the powers without the suits. And that's going to be on later down the line, as soon as more characters are added. I don't know when. Sorry, can't tell you. I'm I don't know. I really don't. I don't even think Tihyo knows right now. So that will be in the future. Don't worry. There will be powers about the suits. That's just going to come down later down the line. Before we get into Superman's stats and abilities, you guys are probably wondering, wait, how do I craft Superman? And to craft Superman, all you got to do is go to the end here, and it should show you Superman's recipe. That is what is required to craft Superman. But wait, there's more. Superman's recipe, the one showing on screen right now, is just for the regular comic suit. But let's say you want to craft a Superman alt. And I'll show you guys the Superman alts right here. The costumes in question are displayed here. I'm going to try them on now and showcase to you how they look up close and personal. Starting off with Superman comics. And we are going to be a little bit quicker with all the suits, because there is a lot of suits. There's going to be way more suits now, and I mean alts, than there were in the 1.7.10 version, and that's going to be very apparent in Superman. Next we have Superman Rebirth, Superman New 52, Superman World of New Krypton, Superman Godfall, and Superman Recovery. Next we'll go with Superman DCAU in the DCAU category. Then we have Superman Anti-Kryptonite, Superman Justice Lords, Superman Beyond, and Superman Apocalypse. In the next category, we have Superman BVS in the DCEU category. Then we have Superman Man of Steel. And then we have Superman Zack Snyder Justice League. Then in the CW category, we have Superman CW, Superman, Superman and Lois. Then we have the Elseworlds alt, starting off with Superman Red Sun V1 and Superman Red Sun V2. In the category DCAMU, we have Superman Justice League War. And the last alt we have on this list, in the category Technicolor, we have Superman Flashers. Hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to let me know which your favorite Superman alt is down in the description below. Mine personally, I would have to say Godfall. Now that I've showcased the alts to you guys, we are going to go over how to craft those alts. Now, if we go back here and we go to alts, and here we have listed the Superman alts. And if you click on one of the names, it should tell you how to craft said alt, just like the comics one did. Each alt has a unique way to be crafted. But here's the problem. If you're in survival, it's probably not going to show you how to craft the alt. It's actually going to appear something like this. It should appear like this, everything kind of blacked out and not green, and you're probably wondering why. Well, first of all, if you click on something, you'll notice that you can't see the recipe of any of these things. Why is that? Well, you kind of have to kill mobs. Let me explain why. In this version, you basically have to get this version's blueprints. And here it is, these scrolls. That's right, you're going to have to kill mobs in order to obtain these scrolls. The scrolls are basically the blueprints that 1.7.10 had. Now, to get the scrolls, you are going to have to kill certain mobs and certain tiers of groups. I'll put that all in the description below if you're interested in what drop percent chances the mobs have. Once you have obtained a scroll, all you have to do is right click it. Then go back to your Book of Legends, go to alt, and you should see that it is now green. That being said, it shows you everything Beyond has with all of the stats, the abilities, and the recipe unique to Beyond. Alright guys, now let's go over the stats of Superman. His health is 420, mana 165, stamina 180, strength 13, speed 10, jump boost 15, flight 4, fortitude 5, mental defense 2, regeneration 4, fire resistance 2, piercing resistance 3, which by the way also means that he is bulletproof since he is a type 3. Another little note here is that at the current moment there is a bug where spectral arrows will still go through the piercing resistance, but it is a bug and will be fixed. Then we have self-sustenance 2, and we have enhanced vision. Okay. Now that we went over the stats, we can finally go over the abilities. Are you guys ready? Because I sure am. But before we do that, I have to explain something. There is such a thing called switch mode, which is basically allows you to switch the mode of the ability. So from heat vision to heat glare, from sonic punch to multi-strike. All you have to do is go to your options, controls, keybinds, go all the way to the Legends mod, and you should see the control for switch mode. I set that to my plus sign because I have that on my mouse. So that's convenient for me. Whatever you guys want, that doesn't really matter. So once we are here and hold the switch mode key and press R, which is my heat vision, it's going to change into heat glare. And then if I hold switch mode again and hit R, which is, my heat glare now, it goes back to heat vision. And that's basically how the switch mode key works. Now that that's out of the way, let's go into the ability. Alright, let's get into the abilities now. Ability 1 is going to be Heat Vision. It's a mod and move, and it is basically emit a scorching ocular blast from your eyes. And we're going to test that out. Now, it's going to look a little funky since I do have shaders on, if you couldn't tell. Let's just go over to this. Hello there, Iron Golem. And we are going to... I'm sorry, I promise you we're just testing this out. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. And that was Heat Vision. I kind of want to put out this fire. So the village basically allowed me into their humble abode, and I'm kind of ruining that right now. Hopefully, they don't kick me out. But anyway, that is going to be heat vision, and as you can see in the bottom left corner of my screen, my mana is regenerating because heat vision does use up mana. As you can see, it is going down until you run out of mana. Next move we have here is going to be Heat Glare, which is the switch mode of heat vision. Heat Glare is going to intimidate your foes, threatening to release your heat vision. This doesn't really do any damage or anything really, it's just a cosmetic feature, but we'll showcase it off anyways. Basically, my eyes are going to turn red, and you're going to look cool. So, yay! Ability 2 is going to be Sonic Punch. Your punches generate shockwaves as they knock back your target. Has a 10% chance to stun your opponent out of an attack. It is going to cost you 20 stamina, and it is going to attack damage value. So let's go find a mob over here. Oh, villager, I'm very sorry, my guy. A Sonic. Oh, we didn't even use it. All right, wait. Let's actually use Sonic Punch this time. As you can see, I got my arm out, and it is taking mana per second, so I gotta use it. And then, there we go! Sonic Punch! Get them all! I'm sorry, horses, I really am. Next move is going to be Multi-Strike, which is the switch mode of Sonic Punch. Multi-Strike is going to blitz your target with a fury of strikes, increasing your attack speed. It's basically going to revert you to 1.7.10 combat, which is pretty much very useful, but remember your stamina does drain a lot while doing this, so use it quickly. Ability 3 is Gust Breath. Exhale a gust of wind from your lungs, pushing back all who stand in your way. Extinguishes fire and clears loose foliage. This is how it looks like. Basically, you push them back like crazy, and I don't have anything right here, but like if I'm in heat glare right now. Do that. Should be able to put out the fire. The switch mode of Gust Breath is Freeze Breath. Your breath is as cold as ice, able to gradually freeze targets over time. Just like so, I'm going to freeze the wolf in front of me. Also being able to freeze everything around me. Oh, it's so cool. I'm not gonna lie. You got infinite mana, bro. This would be kind of OP, I'm not gonna lie. You'd be able to destroy a base. That's how crazy that is. Next ability we have is ability 4, Thunderclap. Thunderclap is going to slam your hands together to generate a massive shockwave. Grounds targets for 2 seconds. Boom! As you can see, we... Bah! That was way cooler in my head, but you get what I mean. Basically, you clap your hands together and generate a big sonic boom, having a cool little animation along with it. Next ability we have is 5, Heightened Perception. Perceive the world at an accelerated rate, giving you time to avoid incoming attacks. Debuffs are those around you with distortion, allowing you to outmaneuver them if your speed is higher. Now, keep this in mind, Heightened Perception can be changed in the config. There is 2 types of Heightened Perception. I won't be going over both of them, but if you want to play around with it, go into your config and you should be able to change it to kind of like a more non-multiplayer mode, because Heightened Perception was OP before, but now it's not as OP, which is good, but you can revert it back if you want to with, the config option. Alright guys, so now let's use Heightened Perception. It's not really going to do much here. It's going to slow me down a little bit. Now this is the one that's defaultly set. If you want the one wherever the time actually slows down, make sure to turn your config option on. And while you're in that, physical attacks will not hurt you. So that is a big benefit. And, well, it's going to distort the people around you. So I'd be a little careful with it. Now, the ultimate ability is going to be Heat Array. Unleash a large ray of heat vision able to turn enemies to dust. Let's use that ability now, guys. Let's see. Well, where can I find some cannon fodder? And if we are... Oh! Oh my god. The amount of fire that caused is insane. I think I used this on like a building before. It's like one of those big Minecraft houses that's made out of wood. I forgot what it's called. But it totally burnt down that place. I'm not even joking. This ability is insane. Does do a lot of damage as well. But wait, that's not the only ultimate Superman has. And that ultimate is Super Flare. Release all your stored solar energy as a massive solar flare. Causes a temporary loss of power for the following 60 seconds. That means you can't use any of your abilities for 60 seconds, but it does do around like 150 damage, so pick your poison. And if I'm not mistaken, I even heard the mod creator say it could one-shot Robin. Rest in peace, Robin, man. Now you're probably wondering what exactly the solar meter is, and that's going to be on my top right of the screen over there. You're going to see it is at 100, meaning I can use the solar flare, but if it's any lower, it's not going to let me use the move. Now, to get solar energy, all you have to do really is be in daylight and just, wait it out, basically. It's just a time thing. You just gotta wait. And now that it is at 100, we are going to basically use it here. I'm gonna zoom out as much as I can, and we are kind of using it right now. Oh my days! That all right. So you can't see it from my perspective, but I basically just emitted a giant circle dome thing all around me, and that would have one-shot Robin. So yeah, I have no powers now. By the way, I can't fly. I'm not fast. I got no abilities. Pick your poison. I do like the ability. It's like a last resort type thing. You're about to die. You need to do something. It's either, you do that, you die. That's, it's up to you. As you can see, we also have the solar drainage side effect, which will tell you once the solar flare is over. Next up, we have the class, which is block. Reduce incoming directional physical damage by 100%. So if we do it here, it's going to be my left alt, and you basically do a little blocking animation. Next up, we have Kryptonian senses, which is going to be the utility key. Switch between your supernatural senses. We have super hearing, which allows you to see sound waves. X-ray vision allows you to see through solid objects, except for lead, which will be added sometime in the future. Telescopic vision focuses your vision on faraway objects, and we have microscopic vision, able to see organisms on a cellular level, differentiating their blood types. So if we hit the utility key, which for me is H, we are going to see this here. We're going to go to microscopic vision, and if we hit the ability again, we should be able to see that. Alright guys, I got microscopic vision to work. All I had to do was disable shaders, which does suck, but I want to showcase it to you guys. If we turn it on, you'll see that things of normal blood show up as red, things of no blood appear as white, things of radioactive blood appear as green, so keep that in mind. Next up in our senses, we have telescopic vision. Let's show that off. Basically, you got the Optifine zoom. It's nothing special. It is what it is. Next, we have X-ray vision, which is going to not do that. Now we have X-ray vision. X-ray vision is going to allow you to see the health and respiration of mobs and such. All you got to do is look at them from afar and should be able to see them through walls as well, which is pretty darn cool. And finally, we have super hearing, which is going to kind of give you this little sound effect thing here, but is also going to allow you to see little sound waves. So whenever a thing moves, you should be able to hear it by the little sound wave thing going off in that direction. So for example, that little pig's moving, I can hear it. I tell you, I can hear it. It's kind of your little other sense here. So for example, if that pig can move for a second, hey, yo, little piggy, and then, oh, you saw that? All right, I'm horrible at showing this off, but you get what I mean. All right, something moves, I can hear it. All right, that's all you gotta know. Then we have the armor key. In my opinion, this is really pretty cool. Disguise among the mortals as a reporter. Display name is inverted while undercover. Let's test that out. Let's also turn off my tinnitus. We are going to now use the armor key. Woo! Turn into Clark Kent, and then you can turn back by hitting it again. Just like that, guys. That is pretty cool. Hope you guys do enjoy that little feature. And now we have the immunities and weaknesses. Superman has one immunity at the moment, which is poison, with his one weakness being kryptonite. And let me tell you guys, make sure to craft the anti-kryptonite suit, because if not, kryptonite, a normal player with diamond armor is going to destroy you. If they have kryptonite and they're like offhand and have like a sword, you're gonna get destroyed, my guys. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. You gotta get that anti-kryptonite suit. Alright guys, and that is Superman in Legends 1.18.2, the suit showcase, the first suit showcase in 1.18.2. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. I do plan to do more of these suit showcases as characters come along. Hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I do plan to make a new video sometime soon, 100 days as Superman in Minecraft, where you'll see me basically crafting Superman, which is not going to be easy because you're going to need netherite pickaxe, you're going to need the Ethereum and all of that good jazz. I didn't really showcase Ethereum, but if you do want to find out what the new blocks such as Ethereum are, go to my first video. I'll put it at the end credits little section right there for you guys, so you guys can click on that and then see all the new blocks and stuff that were added. All you got to do is watch the video, and it should explain to you what the blocks are and how to get them. Alright, make sure to subscribe, slap that like button, check out my Patreon, by the way, where I do post exclusive models that will be kind of like little teasers and such. I'll post that in the description below if you want to check it out. And yeah guys, I got nothing else to say. Remember, if you guys want to test this mod early before it becomes public, go to Tihyo's Patreon and become a Patreon. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.